have their identities stolen every year. There was previously no way to protect minors from identity theft. Fortunately, a new law allows parents and guardians to protect their kids from identity theft. Simply contact the 3 credit reporting agencies to create a credit record for your child and freeze it. The freeze blocks thieves using their personal information. Go to freshfromflorida.com/protectyourchild. There you will find more information on how to prevent child identity theft.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
Five minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. There was a photograph circulating on the internet not too long ago, and it was taken by a man who was passing by an accident, and he just happened to snap the picture. He didn't know anything about the accident. He didn't know that somebody died in the accident. He just took a picture of the accident. And then later on, when he was home, I guess he heard that there was a death in that accident, and he looked at the photograph. And in the photograph, and if you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. It looks like a human form, almost like a blur, floating above the scene. Mm-hmm. You could say, "Oh gosh, that's just a photo thing, a photo glitch," or you could say that's the spirit of the person who died, or you could say it's an angel looking over the person who died, or maybe escorting that person to heaven, or whatever. My thought, though, when I saw that picture was, whether that's anything at all or nothing at all, I think that there was probably an angel there anyway. And in fact, there's probably an angel with us right now, right here. And she's probably just filing her nails because there's nothing she really needs to do right now because there's nothing going on here other than us talking. And I say she with confidence because I actually have a childhood memory of seeing an angel when I was 4 years old, and I've shared it with you all before. And in fact, I think I've shared it with our next guest before.
Yes.
Michelle Beber is on the phone, and she has a wonderful book for children called Angels, Angels Everywhere. It is a children's book. It's an uplifting children's book. Michelle is known as the Children's Angel Lady. She's a certified angel intuitive, a spiritual teacher, an archangel life coach, a light worker, a poet. I'm a light worker. I'm a light worker. You got to say it differently to have a different meaning. A member of the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators, and it just goes on and on and on. Michelle Beber. Good morning, Michelle.
Hi, Larry. Thank you.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Los Angeles, the city of angels.
That is so awesome.
How appropriate. How appropriate.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Is there a name of a city that's the city of devils? Do we have one of them?
I don't know about that, but sometimes I run into people who aren't so angelic, unfortunately, but it is what it is, So, we have those people so we can appreciate the good people that treat people nicely.
When you're an angel intuitive, does that mean you're also a devil intuitive? And are there spirits that are demonic or bad?
Well, I'm empathic, so I do pick up on other people's feelings, and I can sense negativity and if there's just dark energy around somebody, and that does exist. It's nothing to be fearful of. It's just there's lower energy and higher energy that we are. Our bodies are made up of electromagnetic energy. At our core, we're love and light, and we vibrate at a certain frequency. And the lower energy is the dark energy. And when we're depressed or sad and things like that bring our vibration down, where when we're appreciative, being grateful and feeling feelings of love, those raise our vibrations up. So, and we're all really connected to one consciousness.
Do you ever help the people when you sense them having dark energy? Sometimes the person might not know they have this negativity about them.
Yes, I have on occasion. I like to try to help people through things, and, if they're a friend of mine or even just someone in passing, if I'm able to comfort somebody, I do, and that's just the greatest feeling in the world.
When you are talking to the children about angels, do they seem to have already a sense of belief? Because I this is my thought that, okay, I have this one little story from when I was 4 years old. I saw an angel, but I'm thinking children in general. I know adults say you're imagining it; they've got a good imagination, but I don't think I imagined it. And if I did imagine it, why didn't I do it more often? I mean,
and you know what I love? I love that you recall this, and, it's never going to leave your memory.
Right.
And the reason it was so profound and you're not forgetting about it is because it was real. We really are connected, and children are more open to it because they've not been in this earth physical world as long as we have. Children, they love the world of make-believe, like all the Disney stuff, and it just is so uplifting to them, and they want to believe in things, and it makes them feel better. Whereas as we get older, we're taught, that was all childhood stuff, and those things aren't real, and, maybe some things aren't real anymore, but our connection to the spiritual realm is always there, and children are more open and they're more connected, and they do see loved ones who've passed. They see angels.
Right.
It can be, orbs of light, sparkles of light, or a figure. And we each have a guardian angel that comes into the world with us, that stays with us and will take us home.
I wonder if that's not also true for older people. I mean, people like nearing the end of their life, the last year of their life or so. I wonder if they are also as intuitive as a young child is. Robert and I do a lot of volunteer work at different assisted living facilities, et cetera, and it seems like the more, let's see, how do you describe them? The less functional they are, the more spiritual they seem to be.
Yeah. You make an excellent point, because I've talked with some people that do hospice work.
Yeah.
And it's true, like we go full circle, because a lot of people, that end up with Alzheimer's and different things, their soul is gravitating more back to the spiritual realm. So they're losing touch with this physical world.
Yeah.
But you'll often hear where they'll say, someone overheard them saying "mom" or "dad," and they saw their loved one.
Right.
Or they said, the angels told me, or whoever told me, it's my time.
Yes.
It's a thin veil between the physical world and the spiritual realm.
It's just too bad that when people grow up into adults, that some adults become so cynical that when they're raising their children, they can't and won't accept that fact for the pure of heart.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, and I had to learn all this too. I I wasn't really into all of this many years ago, and it's just changed my life so much, and it could be so helpful for so many people, especially to start the kids out young and know that, you know, whenever they have those lower vibrations and they don't feel good, that they can ask the angels for help.
When you were in the moments, maybe a year or whatever, before you started thinking about writing this particular book, do you feel like you were influenced by angels just to write? I mean, why did the book happen? How did the book happen?
Definitely. I have a horrible commute, a horribly long commute here in L.A. every day. And I learned about angel numbers in 2008. So and they're repetitive number sequences that are the way, the most common way angels communicate with us, like 444, 333, 222. So I started noticing them on license plates because there's nothing else to do but while I'm sitting in my car. And I'd start to keep a journal, and I'd recognize them, and I'd say, oh, that means this, and this means that, and oh, okay, and I'd say thank you, and I'd start following guidance I was given, and the numbers one day turned into hearing words. One instance was I had a food allergy reaction, and I was driving home, and I could feel my face swelling up. Oh. And I thought, oh, wow, I got to get to the hospital right away. And I was so scared. And as I'm driving, and for some reason, as I got toward home, there was no traffic, and I was just flying. And I heard in my head, we're getting you there as fast as we can.
Oh, wow.
I heard it 3 times, and I thought, well, I know I didn't say that. And then, now I lost my train of thought. So then I just knew they were with me, and I got to the hospital, and they took me in virtually immediately, and I'm laying there hooked up to the IV, and this young girl walked past me with a black sweatshirt on, and she had angel wings on the back, big white angel wings, and I just knew that they were with me.
Wow.
So then I'm sitting in my car one day on the way to work. Everything seems to happen in my car. So at least the commute is not for naught. You know?
Yeah.
I've gotten tons of story ideas while I'm sitting in there. So one day I'm sitting there, and I heard angels, angels everywhere. Some are here and some are there. All they want to do is share their love with you. And I thought, oh, that's so beautiful. But as I kept inching along, I kept hearing more words. So I'm old school. I'm writing everything down because I'm just sitting there. I'm not moving fast.
Right.
So I keep the journal in my car. I write down all the books. And when I got to work, I realized this would make a great children's book.
Wow.
And that's how it came about.
Wow. And it's beautifully illustrated, by the way, as well. Did you do the illustrations?
I wish I could. I did a very crude rendering of what I thought the cover and back should look like, and then the publisher hired Susan Shorter, who's done some other angel books, who did a fabulous job bringing everything to life.
We have so many more questions. Let's take a little break, and we'll be right back with the questions. Michelle Beber is our guest. Always a delight to have you. One of the angels in the book, by the way, looks like you. I'm looking at the book. So there's an angel comforting a little girl crying on the steps, and gosh, she looks like the picture I have of you, Michelle. Angels, angels everywhere. We'll be right back with Michelle Beber after this.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. Clouds will limit sunshine on this Monday. There'll be some showers and a thunderstorm around, especially during the afternoon hours. The highs in the low to mid 80s. Monday night, partly cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, those 72 to 76. Intervals of clouds and sun Tuesday with a couple of thunderstorms around, most numerous during the afternoon hours. The high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
This is the beat of a normal heart. Now this is the beat of a heart of someone who just snorted or injected or smoked methamphetamine. Why? For a high. And this is what happens to that normal heartbeat. It's irregular, it's racing, it's why it's called speed, and it can do bizarre things to our heads. It can make us aggressive and violent. We can start hallucinating and end up doing some serious damage to people. Call 1-8888-NO-METH today for more information on methamphetamine. That's 1-8888-NO-METH.
A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free Florida and America.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
This is Kendall Carpenter with Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. I want to introduce you to the finest equestrian opportunity available. If you love horses and enjoy Central Florida's mild climate and rich rolling landscape, come explore Golden Ocala. Bridle trails weave their way through this stunningly beautiful community of stately homes. Our state-of-the-art equestrian center will meet all of your equestrian needs with style. Visit us at goldenocala.com.
20 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Michelle Beber is on the phone. Where are you, Michelle? Where are we talking to?
Los Angeles.
Oh, that's right. You're in L.A. And it's, 10:09. It's only 7:20 there in the morning.
I know.
Wait.
Did I mention I'm not a morning person? But I've had 2 cups of coffee, so it's all good.
Oh, nice.
At the sake of being redundant for any listener who's ever heard me tell my angel story, I want to tell you, do you remember me telling you this story before?
Yes.
Oh, you do remember the story. Okay. Well, let me just tell it to the audience. I was 4 years old. I had some keys, like a key ring with keys on it. And they went to nothing. They were just like old keys that my parents gave me to play with. So I had like this toy keys, whatever. They were real keys, but I lost them. I couldn't find them. And an angel came to me and said they were on the dresser. And I went to the dresser and I found them. And I went to my mother and I said, I found my keys. And the angel just told me where they were. And my mother said that was nice. And I just went on my way. And my mother was making spaghetti. It's what I remember. And I never thought twice about it until I got older. I was in 7th grade, and the teacher, for some reason, was questioning the Bible and she was one of these, we've been taught all these myths, and she was trying to teach us that a lot of it is mythology, Bible is mythology. And she said, how many of you have ever actually seen an angel, for example? And I was the only one who raised his hand. And then I realized, and I felt weird, and I put my hand right down. And then I realized, oh my gosh, this is something you don't talk about. This is something, or whatever. And then a few years later, my dad had a bleeding ulcer. And my dad was a policeman, and he moonlighted as a janitor at a church. And he told the story. Now, my dad was a police officer. He was one of these down-to-earth guys. He would never tell you he saw an angel if he didn't. And he said when he was in the hospital bed, the pastor from the church that he worked at came and said a prayer, and behind him he saw an angel. And I said, what did the angel look like? And he said, nothing. It was just a haze. And that's exactly what I saw. I didn't see face or wings. I just saw a blur is what I saw and heard. And then I said, what did the angel sound like? And in my father's answer, he didn't hear anything. But in my answer, I heard a female. It was a lady voice. So just thought I'd share that with you.
Wow. No, it's very real. I mean, and unfortunately, people tell us we can't believe in these things. And yeah, a lot of people will put you down if, you're making that up.
Right.
Well, you know.
Oh, you know what I get told? I get told, "Oh, I believe you believe it, but I don't believe it."
Yeah.
And you know what? And then you say, well, you know, to each their own. I mean, we each have our own individual experiences here.
I had one extra experience years later. I was an adult and I was going through a divorce, and I was praying, and I said to the angel, I said, "How come you showed yourself to me to reveal where my keys were when they had of no consequence if I lost them, and now I'm going through some bad stuff and you're not here?" And I didn't see her or feel her or hear her. I mean, but I sort of felt the answer was, "I'm here. I'm here. I'm not gone." I really felt that she was there. And isn't it weird?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just one of those things.
No, and that's true, because we have all these senses, and you seem very open to hearing, and she's probably your guardian angel.
I wonder what her name is. Does she have a name? Do you think they have names?
I think they do. I don't always get that, but if you meditate, if you go into a quiet space and take some deep breaths and do some meditation and ask, please tell me your name, you should hear it. You should, because you seem very open to getting the information.
I'll ask tonight.
I think for meditation, you could do it.
I'll let you know tomorrow if I get an answer.
But I love your stories.
One of the most wonderful messages in your book is that you're telling children that they're very much loved and that they're very much going to be kept safe, because a person never knows what a child hears, especially now with everything going on in the world with all the media they're exposed to.
Right. Yeah, I want every child to know that they are always loved and that they're never alone and that they always have angelic support, that the guardian angel is always with them.
Have you ever seen the movie Michael with John Travolta?
Yes.
I often wonder if there's because it was funny, right? He was like a funny angel, right?
Yeah. Right.
I guess they have a sense of humor. What do they eat? I mean, do they?
Oh, because they don't have physical bodies.
So they don't eat.
They're called light beings, and like I say, at our core, our souls are made of God's love and light.
So how do we know? How do we know that it's not a departed loved one? How do we know, or is a departed loved one also an angel? Is it the same thing?
No, they're different, because departed loved ones were human at one time, and angels have never lived on earth.
I love the fact that you have a spiritual connection to people, because in the beginning of the interview you said that you're able to feel something about them, and just you being in their presence and then speaking to them, recognizing something must be going awry, you're able to give them words of comfort, thereby the people might be able to help themselves and then help somebody else.
Right. Yeah, it's I'm just very grateful I'm able to do things like that, because I really love helping people.
One of the saddest things is the fact that hospice actually has a children's hospice area, and I wonder, has the book ever gone to children like that who are close to the end of their little young lives, and has it helped? I mean, is there comfort derived from a child looking at the book and understanding what you're trying to say?
That's an excellent suggestion, and I'm going to look into seeing if I can get books to kids that unfortunately are in that situation. I had looked into having the book at Children's Hospital, but unfortunately they weren't interested. So, I'm just guided to wherever I'm to go, and maybe, that's what you were meant to tell me today, to take it to maybe hospice.
Yeah, there's a resistance to so much that is religious. There's a resistance to it. So that's probably why you were turned away from the hospitals.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, you never know.
I like the fact that you have more writings on your blog, that you just don't consolidate it into books, that you're open there for everybody.
Yes, and I've got a lot of other ideas or manuscripts for I have 2 more angel books of angelic poetry I want to do. I actually am planning to do one that's going to help children with grief, and that one's about a butterfly.
Oh.
And I ultimately want to do some writing for adults, too, who've lost a pet. So those are the things that are very close to my heart.
Yeah, I had my dog, let's see, the last one who died didn't do this, but the one before the dog I just lost back in October, she came to me the night before she died and looked at me as if she was saying goodbye, and then the next day I found her dead under my bed. It's like, whoa. And she wasn't an angel in that in that sense, but it was almost as if she knew, you know?
Yes, and you know what? She did, because it turns out animals are even more intuitive than we are. I mean, we're all intuitive. It's just developing it. And animals, you can tell. I mean, they know what we're feeling. We don't even. They get it telepathically. That's like people. Oh, they're so smart.
Michelle, we need to wrap up the interview.
Okay.
MichelleBeber.com, and the book is called Angels, Angels Everywhere. Is the book everywhere? Is the book everywhere?
It's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and some others, and my website is MichelleBeber.com. And people can check everything out.
Michelle, thank you so much, and you're always welcome back. We will be right back.
Thank you very much.
You just kind of allow enough time, and I mean, today is just kind of a freak thing.
That woman at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, the problem blamed on a power outage in Atlanta. Delays expected to continue.